this figure is six-sided, right? So we call that a what? Hexagon, right? 6, hex, both have an X. Now, before I can figure out B, I need to know what they all add up to inside of a hexagon. Now, who remembers 24 hours ago? How do I find the sum of interior angles? What's the formula? N minus 2 times 180, right? So if I want to find the sum of the interior angles, I'm going to do N minus 2 times 180. And N is, for a hexagon, 6, right? So let's do that. 6 minus 2 times 180. No, hold on. 6 minus 2 times 180 is what? 720. 720 is not the final answer. Just 720 is what these all add up to, right? Now, here's the deal. This is for what kind of angles? Interior. Did you notice we only have 3 interior angles? So these other 2 are exterior or outside angles. So we can use those. I'll do this in blue. We can use these outside angles to figure out these interior angles right here and here, right? This is a straight line. How many degrees is a straight line? 180, right? So that's, what is that called when 2 angles make a straight line? Starts with the word line. Linear pair. Linear pair. And that means they are supplementary. Y'all remember those words? Linear pair, supplementary. So again, if you have an outside angle, don't use that. This is not 43 in here, right? So you got to do 180, straight line, minus 43. What does that give me? 137. So really, this angle right here is 137. Cool. Same thing up here with this. So 180, take away 69, and I get 111. So 111 degrees. Okay. Now, what do? Well, I want to take what I know, which is 5 inside angles. Now I have 5, right? I got 107, 120, 137, 111, and 118. Add up the 5 I know, and subtract from the total, which I just figured out was 720. Okay? So let's put it all together. I'll make a big long equation. B plus 107 plus 120 plus 137. This is where people mess up and they want to put 43. 43 is outside. So 137 plus, again, 111, not 69, plus 118 equals the sum 720. Okay. Now, big old long equation. I need to take all the like terms on one side and combine them. Now, I did a little of this earlier, so let's do that. Add them all up, and I get 593. So B plus 593 equals 720. Now, last step. How do I get rid of that plus 593? Subtract. So, minus 593 minus 593. What is 720 minus 593? $127 degrees. Now, it's kind of a lot, but that is a application of what we learned yesterday. So yesterday, the assignment was pretty straightforward, right? It was just, what's the sum, what's each, that's it. Okay, but then you can use that to find missing angles in a situation like this. Okay. Now, if you actually read your objective for today, you know we're going to be talking about what kind of angles? Exterior. So yesterday was in. Yesterday we did sum and each of the interior. Today we're going to do sum and each of the exterior. Okay. We're going to have a little quiz on that stuff tomorrow. There is a review which people aren't getting to, which is fine. But we will review it before the quiz tomorrow. Real quick, there's tutoring today after school, not tomorrow after school. Tomorrow's my birthday. Well, anyways, so if you want to hang out, we're doing I'm second after school. We'll have some Cheetos for sure. So, all right. So I'm going to pass up the notes real quick. All right, so exterior angles, okay, for your left hand. So exterior angles, the first, now who was not here yesterday, anybody? If you weren't here yesterday, the first two columns is yesterday's stuff, sum of interior and each exterior, or sorry, sum of interior and each interior. And since we are doing let's do it. So let's make sure we don't have weird stuff on our phones there. And we're not listening to stuff. Okay, so let's do this. First things first, sum of the interior. What is this called here? Triangle. Easy, right? Regular triangle, technically, because all the sides are the same. And we can do n minus 2 times 180 to find the sum of the interior. So 3 minus 2 times 180, because 3 is my number of sides. What do I get? Hmm? 180. All right. Thank you. Now, that's that's the sum of the interior. To get each, all you have to do is divide by number of sides. Let's take that over here. 180 divided by the number of sides is 3. What do I get? 60. So the sum is 180. Each is 60. And you can fill that in your little picture of your triangle, right? Let's do that. So 60s all around. And then we are going to find on the right side of the page exterior angles. Now, if you know an interior angle, you just have to extend your line. So just do your best to make it straight. So everyone extend the lines like that. Bless you. They're supposed to be an extension of this line. Doesn't have to be too far. So that'll help us get an exterior angle. Now here's the question. How do I find exterior angles? Kind of like our warm-up. You remember when we were finding a missing angle from a straight line? Yes, you do. So a straight line is how many degrees? 180. Wrong. So 180. So you take 180 minus your interior. That'll give you your exterior. So 180 minus 60 is 120 for the exterior. Yes. Okay. So that's one way to find your outside angles. So for each exterior, each one of these is what? 120. No big deal. And then, the last column is what we're trying to discover today. What is the sum of the exterior angles? Now, how many exteriors do I have? 3, right? So we take each exterior and we times it by the number of sides. So 120 times 3 is what? 360. So all these outside angles on a triangle add up to 360. Okay, so we did it for one shape. Let's do it for another and start comparing some stuff here. Quadrilateral. Now this is a fancy way of saying what? What's that? Square, right? So regular quadrilateral is a square. We'll get to that soon. But now let's plug it into n minus 2 times 180. 4 minus 2 times 180 gives me what? 2 times 180, so 360. That's the sum of the interior of a four-sided figure. And for a regular polygon, I can find each. I divide 360 by n, which is dividing by 4. What's 360 divided by 4? 90. So you're telling me all those angles are 90? Well, if you look at the square, yeah, they're all 90, right? So you can mark that with the little 90-degree right angle sign. So we got a square, basically, 90, 90, 90, 90. And once again, extend the lines so we can get these outside angles. Now, again, a straight line is 180. If I take away a 90, what's left over? Yeah, because 90 plus 90 is 180. So 180 minus 90 is still 90. So each exterior angle, all 90. Y'all weren't even born in the 90s, right? Y'all are 2000s. Y'all are this millennium. All right. If not, you'd be like 20, which would be weird, right? So, or you took a little break, to work on yourself sometimes, Well, anyways, so each is what? 90. And then, if that's each, and there's 4 of them, take that each times the number of sides, which is 4. What do I get? 360. Again? Yes. If it's an emergency, sure. Even though I'm about to get to my big point here, Gonna break my heart. Now, I'll make a deal with you. If we can figure out the trend by the next one, we won't have to do the bottom 2, okay? You think they're all 360? Prove it. So, what if the next one's 360.1? All right, well, let's see it one more time, see if it's true. Do y'all think the last one's always going to be 360? Let's find out, okay? Now, Pentagon. Now, I know at the top it doesn't say what it is, but again, we're doing n minus 2 times 180. So 5 minus 2 times 180 is, do it. Don't wait. 5 minus 2 times 180. 540 is right. And then to get each, we divided by n. So 540 divided by 5. $108, yeah. Yeah, that's a weird 8. 108. Now, each interior, let's put 108. A lot of 108 right there. And again, let's find the outside angles. So you extend the line, extend the line. A straight line is 180. Take away the interior, 108. What's 180 minus 108? 72. So yeah, each exterior now is 72. Imagine doing an octagon. Now, each exterior we just found was 72. And then we take that 72 times the number of sides, which is 5. What's 72 times 5? Are you sure it's 360? What if I doubt? What if I wanted 72 times, 72 times, okay. Well, anyways, it is 360. Good job. So you're telling me it's always 360. Do we need to do another one to prove it, or do you believe it? Believe it? Now, but let's see what you remember. 360 is always what? What is 360? So what are these notes on? All of that said circles. I can't do it, so you just take that hand and go on your forehead. What exterior? It is at the top of the column, so on the front page, right? The sum of the exterior. So ladies and gentlemen, you have to know what I'm talking about here. The sum of the exterior is always 360. But if I ask you for each exterior, is that always 360? No, okay. So let's make a little, so again, because I know we want to, move on with our lives, get to the assignment. Let's cross these out. So you can. Now, real quick, exterior angle sum conjecture. So the exterior sum is always what? 360. That's what we just said, right? You have to see those two words, exterior sum. Okay, but what if it says each exterior or one exterior? Well, here's what you do. If it's a regular polygon, you take the 360 divided by number of sides. That's it, only if it's regular. So right here, right, 360 over n. Now, to finish this off, here's a verbal pop quiz real quick. Just one question with 2 parts. So, let's say I have a decagon. How many sides is a decagon? 10, right? If I ask you for each exterior of a regular decagon, which one are you going to use? Each exterior is the bottom one. So if it's a decagon, it's 360 divided by, which is, for a decagon, 10. 360 divided by 10 is 36. Easy, right? Now, this is not hard. What is the exterior sum of a million-sided polygon? What is the exterior sum of a 1,000-sided polygon? Always, because it doesn't matter how many sides, the exterior sum of everything is 360. So I could give you a crazy number. Sure. So again, a million-sided figure, the exterior sum is still 360. A 11-sided figure, the exterior sum is always 360. Okay, don't get goofed up on that. If you see exterior, you see sum, it's 360 forever. Okay? Now, there's an assignment that has some stuff from our warm-up and from what we just did. So let me pass this out, and then this will be helping you get ready for tomorrow's little quiz, which we will still review tomorrow before we get started. Okay? Real quick. Oh, you don't want help with the assignment? Oh, but you shushed me, so that was weird, right? That was like a weird thing you just did. Well, anyways, on number 1, it's just asking you those 2 same questions I asked you at the, like each exterior and the sum of the exterior. That's straight from the notes, what we just talked about. Number 2 through 4, some people get stuck on, so I'm gonna help you on number 2 real quick. Number 2 gives you the each exterior, okay? So think about it this way. 45 is 360 over n. And you might remember from trig, if n's on the bottom, you can switcheroo these, right? So really you're just doing 360 divided by the angle to get the number of sides, okay? So again, people get tricked up on 2, 3, 4, but I'm telling you, if you take 360 divided by each exterior degree, you'll get the number of sides. Way. Now, the rest of this is kind of straightforward from the notes. So if you get stuck, let me know.